So I'm here, about to get started on a late night gym session. But again, like I said, it's a late night gym session. You know what that means, right? There's no fucking budget here. So what I'm gonna do is, I kind of had a video idea I've been playing with for a while, and honestly, like even though it is kind of about a type of confidence, it's also kind of about the type of confidence I'm not confident enough yet to like make it with other people here. Also, that's a bit complicated, but you'll see. So yeah, I want to make that video, but I also kind of noticed something a little bit funny. So let's see. 2 years ago, in like the very beginnings of my YouTube career, quote unquote, I did a video called "I'm Not Gay." I think I did this for like Pride Month in 2018 or something, but that video, in a very weird way, has quickly become everything I am not. Everything I do not want to be. Everything I do not want to like acknowledge in the world. It's become very antithetical to who I am. And maybe that's who I was then, but I think a lot of gay people go through that whole stage where, we all want to be not that kind of gay. We all want to be, just a normal person whose sexuality doesn't define them. Until, of course, we actually get comfortable with being out and we realize literally how huge in scope sexuality is and how many elements of your life it affects without you even realizing it. And how beautiful and vivid and amazing those various outlets that exist for people of alternate sexualities could be. Drag shows, going to clubs, just there is a beauty in that world, and the version of me back then couldn't appreciate that because I never even experienced it. I was ready to judge it and say things about it, but I hadn't experienced it. But looking back at it now with the knowledge I have, that video is such a baby gay moment. And I don't know, like, mainly because this is something that's kind of similar in a vibe, but in a totally different way. Like, this video is kind of very opposite for me. So without further ado, let's get into the meat of this. Today's video is going to be called I Am Gay, and I've got a fun little idea here. Like, I'm not sure how much of I'm actually going to show you guys, but at least you'll know that there was a concept here. So not only am I going to film this video today and put it together, I am going to be editing it and piecing it together live here in the gym. So I have the idea. I wrote the script already, so I already have that part down. I'm going to record it here. I'm going to film all the stuff here. I'm going to actually edit it here, and ideally it'll be uploaded and ready to go by the end of my gym session. So, fuck my hair. I so need a haircut. But it's like, no one has good hair in quarantine, and if they do, they're probably an asshole, or they're really good, awesome people who could do it themselves, and I can do my hair myself, but it looks like shit anyway, so. And, yeah. But, let's get into this, alright? The gym. It's a symbol of masculinity and manliness. The last bastion of the real man, who sheds his sinews with rumbling iron until he's matted in sweat and panting in the rarest form of raw weakness and exhaustion. The kind he won't be less of a man for subduing to. The strange rush of testosterone, pheromones, and protein powder. I always found myself at odds. The gym wasn't just a place to build my body and increase my fitness. It was a reminder. A reminder I was different. A reminder that I wanted zen and peace where others wanted screaming and grunting. That I focused on form and safety where others sought rep and records. That they wanted to look a certain way and I just wanted to look at them. And so the gym became home to another sensation. The sensation of lust, of eroticism, and even of sex itself. From the guy I still think of regularly who became a good friend following a post-workout shower fuck, to the man I snuck into that same shower months later to suck his dick, to the many times I prepared for sex immediately after a workout or accidentally stumbled across it, to the way this still molds my actions today. I shower before working out. I have a little scent here and there. I usually wear a jockstrap or just free ball. But I don't think it was until LA that I really saw a new level to this, when I found a gym that wasn't just a gym but a hive. A hive of gay, bi, questioning, and just sexually starved men gathered in the opaque eucalyptus steam of a sauna room, fulfilling each other with their mouths and their hands and their tongues and their holes and their cocks. I didn't partake as much as I would have liked to. My confidence wasn't there yet, but I saw it, absorbed it, studied it, and reveled in it. And it became so clear to me. This wasn't an escape from the toxicity of the gym's masculine aura. It was just another reminder of it. So many of these men were married, closeted, guilty. Some even came to the sex-divided spa with their wives. Whether the activities on the male side of the spa were unspoken, unknown, I never did find out. But they're hidden. They're dirty. They paused whenever the door opened, fearing an employee with perhaps the same trepidation our ancestors in perversion once feared every knock or flash of light to be the police with a large dark van, ready to haul them out of private residences or hidden clubs for the heinous crimes of kissing, dancing together, and saying words of love to each other. Perhaps back then, those were even worse than the sex. In an era where rape was apologized for and domestic abuse a behavioral problem, why wouldn't buggery and unceremonial meetings in urinals be just as forgivable? A boy has urges and boys will be boys, but love, affection, tenderness, those are the true shame of a man, no more so than when he directs them towards another man. And here, today, years after gay marriage was legalized, in a time when Moonlight wins an Oscar, Love Silence steals hearts, Years and Years plays on the radio, and shows like Andy Mack and Love Victor tell a new generation it's okay to be gay in a way that's both refreshing and tired. We have men hiding in a cloud made from the toxic essence of a koala's lunch, hiding from a masculine world because for whatever reason, they yearn for the touch of another man. I've dealt with toxic masculinity a lot in my life. On top of being gay and in the closet and raised Catholic with expectations, I was into things that made me counterculture or alt, as the kids say today. It othered me, and being othered isn't just shame, it's emasculating. Our cultural striving for normalcy is so powerful that not being normal doesn't just make you odd, it makes you less of a man, less of a good person. And I'm over that. So now, I put on my jockstrap. I put on my gay as fuck shirt that says I'm a power bottom, or contrast the toxic mask for mask label against a bright pink background. I lift my weights, do my reps, and in those tiny ways, I make the gym my culture. I take away the masculinity and the boundaries and fear and limits. I rip it apart to make way for a more queer and unapologetic sensibility. There's no shame when my eyes linger over a hot guy, just acknowledgement. There's no need to blend in or shame myself into existing a certain way. The gym is mine. I own it. And within it, I own myself. So I am myself. Whether that gets me fucked behind the locked door of the bathroom or hate crimed in the alley outside remains to be seen, but at the end of the long, sweaty day, I'd rather be brashly and loudly, unapologetically myself than humbly and meekly quiet in the facade of traditional masculinity. Because In a world where so many other men don't see that as an option, why wouldn't you? Coming out of the closet shouldn't come with an asterisk and terms and conditions. Being gay shouldn't come with stereotypes, sure, but likewise, it shouldn't be marred in an anti-stereotype of self-loathing. If the world is a stage, coming out should be your grand finale, not the first in a 5-act spectacle of closets. Life is hard enough without holding yourself back every time you put a foot out of place. To quote a mediocre but hugely important film, you can breathe now.